Well, hello, everyone. This is Dr. Donetta Watson from the Black Mastermind Group, and we are back again today, sharing with you more information. People make decisions when they have information. More information about the Success Summit scheduled for next weekend. I can't believe the time is already here. Friday, December 15th is our open to the public hard hat review session. You'll get to see what we're working toward and create an incubator in Kansas City, Kansas, to house 16 business owners. It's going to be an amazing opportunity to be an entrepreneur in Kansas City, Kansas. And then on Friday night is our networking session. Saturday morning, we're having our speakers talk about your mindset, your marketing, and your money, those three drivers of revenue. And then on Saturday afternoon, December 16th, at Residence Inn Hotel, 10300 Ambassador Drive in Kansas City, Missouri, we are hosting the Road to Capital. It is an open, free event for anyone that really wants to understand, number one, how to access capital. Number two, what programs and products are available. And number three, where you need to bank and put your money. That's what we're going to be talking about at the Road to Capital. And so we want you to join us and be there at this amazing event. And Sunday, we're graduating the students who completed our boot camp class, many of which are going to be businesses in the incubator. And so for more information, we want you to go to theblackmastermindgroup.com. Again, theblackmastermindgroup.com, and get registered. Some of the events are free. Some of them have ticket prices. And oh man, I forgot Saturday night's the award dinners, our African King and Queen Award Dinner. Everybody comes in African attire. We recognize our businesses that are doing great things in the community. We've been on this journey for quite some time, and we've created, I'm going to say, soon to be 8 millionaires. That's huge. That's a major accomplishment through our bootcamp program. So any information you need about us as an organization, the conference, the summit, go to theblackmastermindgroup.com, because I need to get out of the way and introduce to you one of our amazing speakers that's going to be sharing on Saturday afternoon at the Road to Capital event that's free, open to the community for you to come out and learn and speak to these lenders and meet them. And so we have Everton Neal with us today, and he's from Arvest Bank. And man, you got to hear what Arvest, you're only going to hear a little bit because you got to come to the summit. You got to come and sit in the seat. But he's going to share with you just a little bit about what Arvest Bank is offering to the community of entrepreneurs. So first of all, Mr. Everton Neal, tell our listening audience who you are.
First, let me say thank you, Dr. Watson, for giving us this opportunity to share with your wonderful audience as to what we have to offer at Arvest Bank. My name, as you said, is Everton Neal, and I'm originally born in Jamaica, but migrated to the United States over 20 years ago. And I am a career banker. I've seen banking from all aspects all my life. I've been in banking. And we have this amazing anomaly to correct in America, where we have a large segment of people, most of the minority population, who have been locked out of access to capital. Yes. And if you don't have capital, it's very difficult to accumulate wealth. So that has been my mission, to unlock the capital and give people access, and Arvest Bank is way up there with us to do that. So thank you for this amazing opportunity.
I am so excited. So our theme for the Road to Capital event, actually for the Success Conference, is in order for us to close the wealth gap, we must close the access to capital gap. Everton was correct. You cannot produce wealth without accessing some form of capital. And I want to I'm a previous statistician for the federal government. So I'm going to put some numbers to that large segment of the population. 87% of just the Black entrepreneurs have never qualified for any form of capital. Now, we had 2.4 to 2.7 million businesses in the marketplace pre-COVID. COVID wiped out 42%. So in the first 3 months of COVID, between 1,011,000 to 1,080,000 Black businesses closed their doors permanently because of lack of access to capital to keep their doors open while they were at home during the COVID pandemic. Now, only 27% of the Hispanic and Asian communities businesses were, and I'm sorry, that's 23%, and 17% of white businesses were impacted. And so almost half of all of our businesses were wiped out in 3 months of COVID. So what is that saying? That the Black marketplace has less than 1.5 million businesses left post-COVID. And the only way those businesses are going to survive and reestablish themselves, they need capital. And most of us don't know how to access capital. And most of us can't qualify based on credit score, which is the first indicator every bank looks at to determine if they're going to qualify for capital. So Everton, tell our listening audience what Arvest has created. And we're only going to have him share a little bit because you got to be there. You got to hear everybody and everything for this to make sense to you. Tell us what Arvest is doing to play that role in closing that wealth gap and that access to capital gap.
Certainly, Arvest Bank, our mission is people helping people make financial decisions to improve their lives. And in so doing, we have put our money where our mouth is. So Arvest Bank has created the Arvest Opportunity Fund, which allows micro and small business enterprises, meaning mostly Black businesses, as you just said, fall in that area. If you don't qualify under the normal banking requirements, like the credit score, as you mentioned, Dr. Watson, if your credit score is not up there, we look at other factors. So that would qualify you under the Arvest Opportunity Fund. This is separate money that is set aside for this purpose, and it was set aside by the owner of the bank, Mr. Walton, saying that recognizing that there are lots of people who are locked out of the system because they cannot qualify. And he has made a special set of rules for these micro and small businesses. I'm so excited to present that to our entrepreneurs, especially in the urban core. That is where, you remember with the redlining and all of that, we couldn't get access to certain things. Well, it is here now. So come on out to the function and we will be happy to share everything about the Opportunity Fund and to answer all your questions and get you signed up. It's an exciting event that we don't see every day.
And I'm so excited. I just want to recap what he just said because it's major, it's powerful. First of all, many of us are not small businesses. By SBA's definition of a small business, we do not have 12 employees, and our revenues are not over 250,000 or 2.5 million to 10 million. We're not a small business. That's the first misnomer we've got to get clarified. We're micro businesses. The majority of us out here in the marketplace today are micro businesses. And so when we try to go after capital, we're going after something we don't qualify for. First of all, you're not a small business. You do not qualify for small business funding. And secondly, our businesses are not structured in a way that are fundable by SBA lending guidelines, although SBA loans guarantee that the loan will be paid, and only a percentage of the loan will be paid if you default. You're not a small business, and if you are a single owner entity operator, it is very difficult to access capital at the small business level. So we've got to know who we are first. And as micro business models, there are opportunities available. Not every bank deals with a micro business. Only certain ones will put that investment into micro businesses. And that's what Arvest is doing. And if your credit score is not within the acceptable range for most lenders, it used to be 620 to 800. I'm not sure if that 620 is still valid. I think it's more like 700 to 800 credit score for small business lending. Our best opportunity fund is for credit scores of what's that range that you all work with, Everton?
I have seen we have approved up to 600, 580, and
Wow.
we take other non-traditional things into consideration. Like if you pay your rent on time over an extended period of time, if you pay your phone bill, and those are things that other lenders don't look at. But we look at that and we try to find every way to get your loan approved so that you have access to that capital. Because we recognize that if we can partner with you in the micro business to expand your capacity, that you get to the place where you can hire 3, 4 more people to help you, that itself is growing the community. Because if we get that, achieve that with 10 businesses, we are talking about 40 more families that would benefit from that activity. So I'm very excited. I'm the community bank lender for Arvest Bank, the only one in Greater Kansas City area. And anywhere you are, we will work with you. So come on out to the seminar, and you will get all the information you need. I'll get to meet with you face to face, and I'll have other team members there with me, and this can be the game changer in your business.
It's not only the game changer for their businesses, it's the game changer for our community.
Yes.
And that is why I'm so excited to be presenting you all to our community. This is so important. So entrepreneurs, if you thought you were counted out, know that there is a door that is being opened, and this is a major door that has not been opened to many business owners in our community. The guidelines are not the strategic and stringent guidelines that other banks use. They're looking at other factors to see how you can qualify. I'm a previous lender, so I know underwriters, their job is to find ways that you don't qualify. They're trying to find ways to qualify you. That's huge. And that's huge for our community. And for that, Everton, I am so excited to have you all speak at the Road to Capital. And so he said there'll be other team members, because after the Road to Capital event, they're going to be at the vendor table. They're going to be there to help you with your questions. They're going to be there to get your information, to point you in the right direction. So it's going to be a time for you to get in front of lenders and banks that are willing to work with people, minorities, and people of color. This is the first time ever, the very first time ever, a bank not only said they're going to do it, but they're actually doing it. And we're excited for one of our graduates who have already qualified for the micro loan through Arvest Bank. And so we got the praise report already. So we know it works. We got proof. She's going to be there. If you need to call her owner to tell people, because sometimes we don't believe it's for real. It sounds too good to be true. And our community doesn't trust what comes out of the mouth of one person. We got to have 2 and 3 witnesses to convince them, yes, indeed, it does work. So Everton, thank you so very much for being with us today and sharing a little bit about what Arvest is doing. And we are going to have our pen and paper ready to hear all that what Arvest is doing at the Road to Capital event Saturday, December 16th at 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. This is a Saturday you need to make a stop by the Residence Inn at 10300 Ambassador Drive, Kansas City, Missouri. Go to the blackmastermindgroup.com website, register, see all the activities and events that will be hosted that day, that weekend, because we are committed to growing entrepreneurs in the urban cores across America, and especially in our backyard, Kansas City, Kansas. Thank you so very much, Everton. We will see you at the summit, and excited for this opportunity to hear about Arvest.
Yes, ma'am. We will be there. And we urge everyone who is listening to be there also. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.